welcome to today's Pick a Card. We are going to be asking the question, what part of yourself, what long forgotten part of yourself is yearning to be rediscovered? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. I'm going to shuffle and I'll be right back and then we'll jump into it. Pile 1, you have some very heavy energies that you are handling, so you have lost your sense of it's not that it's not within you still, but you've lost your innocence has lost its sense of safety. Okay, right now you are having to guard your innocence with a strength. So the part of you that's long forgotten, that's waiting to be rediscovered, is your softness. Okay, and it's actually still there, and I think you actually feel for it nostalgically because you know it's still there. It's just, it's real far inside of you because you're having to guard it so harshly right now. So that's what we have for you, pile 1. I know that was very succinct, so maybe this is going to be a quick reading, but the part of you that is longing to be discovered again is your softness. Perhaps we should see how you can re-encounter it. Interesting. So we get this card here. A girl tightroping. It's a dark. It's this 2 of swords, so we're still in sword energy. Okay, the answer to how you can recover your softness is the swords. Okay, so you're rightfully in, your Queen of Swords energy. You're rightfully in that, and the keywords here are conformity, courage, and concord in the state of arms. That's making me think business with enemies, having to do business with enemies. Okay, but you are walking through is it the valley of death right now? Okay, you're being reborn. So your 2 swords, a sword in either hand, your intellect, just to be clear, if that's wasn't clear. Okay, your intellect is how you will recover your softness, pile 1. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, definitely leave a like so that this finds others, and how it resonates in the comments if you feel comfortable, and subscribe so I can see you again. But for now though, bye. Hello, pile 2. Your reading is very beautiful. Okay, so what's waiting for you to be remembered is how expansive your horizons are. Okay, how you have, how the universe is on your side. You have prosperity, luck, and this is that's if you don't focus, that unicorn in the distance. That's you. You're the unicorn everybody's watching run off, doing their mission. The long forgotten part of you, it's your courageousness. You used to just embody courageousness, but it wasn't something that you acknowledged, and it was something that people, I think, stamped out of you. But it's something that you've re-tapped into. It's always been within you. It's just, it was caged, okay, caged lion, and it's something that you're reconnecting with, okay, through your angels, through spirit. Okay, you've reconnected with your courageousness through spirit. The long forgotten part of you that's waiting to be rediscovered is your courage to be expansive, is your courage to, be the one who's riding off into the forest all alone, not scared of the journey. Everybody's watching kind of in trepidation, oh my God, are they going to make it? Or, they themselves are scared. It's not their journey. Don't, inherit and embody and assume other people's fears because they're scared. You're the one who's made for your journey. Okay, they weren't made for your journey. It's going to look way scarier for you. You're not really scared. You're just more unknowing, okay? You may be scared at times because you're unknowing, but they're looking, they know, they are seeing where you're going and are scared because of where you're going. You're not scared, okay? You are made for your path. So just remember that. And let's look, how can you recover? Because we did this for pile pile 1 unexpectedly, how can you recover your sense of, expansiveness? How can you recover your sense of expansiveness? Let's see. Okay, and it's interesting because, so we have 16 here. I had to look this up because this deck doesn't have any labels. And I'm actually using a guidebook from a different deck. Okay, I was about to say a deck that isn't even featured out here, but it is. There's been a lot of confusion for you for your pile 2, and I feel like there's been a lot of a sense of imprisonment. Okay, so we have here it's the Tower card in reverse. So we have oppression, imprisonment, tyranny. I feel like what I'm getting from your pile is it's like you fell to the bottom of something only to realize that it didn't have a bottom to begin with, and that was frightening. But now what you're realizing, okay, is there's you're in the aftermath of it, and you're realizing, there's things to be built. The action I'm hearing, okay, it's like you are creating things out of thin air. Okay, and I think thin air, people want to watch, not watch you ride off, okay? That's why the imprisonment. It's like people don't want to watch you ride off, okay? They want to keep you, they want to keep you to a community you belong to. They, by their standards, they don't want to see you go beyond that, really. They don't want to see you ride off into the sunset alone. The figures in this image are quite sad, to be honest with you. And one of them, the figure that's sticking out to me in particular is it looks like a dodo bird. So it's like these figures that are sad, they're extinct to you. Okay, so again, don't assume and embody and don't take on another's emotions as your own. I'm getting this pile may be very empathic, so you do that kind of inherently, and you may be having to learn discernment between your emotions, feeling the emotions of others, but also not just caving because someone's sad or whatever if their sadness is in confliction with what your truth is, okay? Because you're realizing your truth to you is what's most important, okay? And yeah, we'll just leave that there. But pile 2, it looks like, staying true to yourself and having the courage to do that, okay, is what is going to reconnect you with your long lost sense of expansiveness. Okay, I hope that was really helpful. If it was, don't forget to leave a like so others can be helped by this information, and how this resonates, you can leave that in the comments below. I'd love to read it. And subscribe so I can see you again. But for now though, bye. Hello, pile 3. What long forgotten part of yourself is waiting to be discovered? It's literally just you. I pulled the Hangman in reverse, okay? And the image on this, to me, it's calling me right to the head, right to the face, in the sun, okay? In the sun, this is, to me, I'm thinking Aries. We have 1 here, also Aries, okay? And maybe the sun, in a more typical sense is Leo. And even in that sense, the 1 is reminding me of center stage. It doesn't matter how you look at it or how you you ride this energy. You are the long forgotten part of yourself that's waiting to be rediscovered is literally your sense of self. And you're meant to be center stage. You're meant to be the star of your show. Okay, so the long forgotten part of yourself as well. We also had this come out. The Magician. The Magician, this aspect of yourself is waiting to be rediscovered. Your ability to just do whatever, be whatever, create whatever, go wherever, your ability to manifest anything you desire is infinite and is waiting to be rediscovered. Okay, and this time you are going to have to be it's not this, I say that it's interesting because it's this time, I won't say you're going to have to be more discerning. It's this time you have more discernment. The last time that you had the ability to create anything, the ability, you didn't know that. you were unknowing of your, like, the powers that you held, so you were kind of spinning them wildly and unintentionally, and like now, and you know, you got kind of blocked to that. Okay, and there was this energy of like stuckness in your life, or like hanging in the balance, non-movement. Okay, and that was to gain insight so that you could protect these sorts of features within yourself, and now they're ready to come back out. Okay, so let's see, because we did this for the other piles, let's see how this, what action can you take to like rediscover, you know, your sense of self, your ability to shine. I've done quite a bit of readings today, so I can't remember, you know, when this card appeared, but this card appeared at some point earlier, you know, and so there may be a reading, if not a pile, within this reading that you may feel called to, that I've posted along with this set. But so this is the Two of Swords here, okay, and this talks about like having to veil yourself within an environment, having to disguise yourself for safety, for survival, okay. And then we also have like a major arcana card show up, the Hanged Man again. That's interesting. And what's even more interesting is it's almost like a confirmation coming full circle, because it actually came out in reverse. So the Hanged Man in reversed, it deals with, then the reverse position, it deals with selfishness, the crowd, body politic. Let me look this up. What is this? Body politic? The people of a nation, state, or society considered collectively as an organized group of citizens. So you're like processing something personally that deals with, it may be a generational curse, but you're processing something personally that is larger than you, bigger than you, okay, beyond you. So that's why you may have felt stuck for so long, is because it's bigger than you, it's beyond you, but you alone are handling this. Okay, the Hanged Man is about wisdom, trials, discernment, sacrifice, intuition, divination, prophecy. You may know, you know, things may become clearer as you come closer to them. Okay, it's like a fog a little bit for you, Piles 3. Especially with this Hanged Man situation going on, even though it's in the reverse position. Okay, it's like, especially because it's in the reverse position, it's like you're not supposed to see the way until you're walking the way. Until you're walking the way, you won't see it. Okay, so the fog won't clear until you take the steps into it. So you know, there's not space for hesitation for you. You just need to have this assuredness that this is, you know, you just need to start shining, and then the fog will dispel. Okay, but if you just remain in the fog and you're like, which way, oh gosh, what do I do, which way, the fog's everywhere, this is, you know, that's what that energy is. So you're just meant to actually like put your rays out into the environment. Okay, don't have fear, just be yourself, and the fog will dispel itself. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Pile 3. I hope that was helpful. If it was, definitely leave a like so it can find others, and how it resonates for you in the comments if you feel compelled to. And subscribe so I can see you again. For now though, bye.